Yes, lad.
Nice.
What's happening, everyone? We're back. Nan's Kitchen Podcast, but this time we're on tour and we are in
Amsterdam.
Yeah, boy.
Amsterdam, baby.
I've got me mate on, Jay. No, his name's
Justin.
Justin, but I call him Jay because,
Yes,
you know, we're scouts, we short everything down. Now, my man's just finished work. This is the commitment he's got. Mine's still got his rigger boots on and that. He's ready.
Yeah.
He's come in prepared. Look, know what I'm saying? He's not playing about, lad. This is how dedicated this guy is to the sport. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The legend of podcasting. But we were gonna do it downstairs in the bar. I had it planned out yesterday, but I landed, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was proper tired. I haven't had a wink of sleep. I was knackered, and I fell asleep on the bed about 9 o'clock. I had to come back for a little 45 minutes of 5 bell, and I just knew at that point I couldn't do the podcast then. I was like, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's downstairs, it's chocolate. At this point, there's about fucking 8 people sitting in there, but it's like where we wanted to film in the corner where it was quiet is just being so over. So we're in the room. That's where we're at now.
But it's a special room here.
It is. It's a lovely.
It's
Show you. I'll at the end of the clip, what I'll do is I'll get. I was gonna say I'll get the phone and show it. But what I'll do is I'll take a little video of the view, and I'll get my mate to edit it in for us, so you can see the street, because it's a cracking little spot in it. The lovely lad.
It's the center of Amsterdam. That's great.
Right in the middle, the red light district, 2 streets that way.
If you're a tourist, this is the golden place to start.
Oh, spot on.
Golden place.
It is a lovely spot in it, lad.
Even me, as someone from Amsterdam, I would say this is a great spot. This is where you want to be.
He come in yesterday and he was made up. He was like, the window, can you smoke in here? I was like, yeah. He was like, no way, open the windows. He was like, this is boss.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is like a proper Amsterdam experience. It's not going to a hotel. You're going to somewhere where you get to take it all in.
Yes.
Like, oh, that lovely building, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's beautiful. It's going to like step out the way a sec, you know what I mean? Just take that in, lad. Not that you really can, but I will show you it. But it's unreal. So we're going to start anyway. This episode, there's a lot of things changing in Amsterdam. And I think things need to be like addressed just for like tourists, because I don't think, personally, you don't know, for instance, if you don't come here often or travel often, or like you've been to Amsterdam, you won't know what's happening in Amsterdam.
What's happening, yeah.
Now,
Sure.
Things have changed drastically since the time I first come here 10 years ago, which is a long time, lad, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to start off on that, actually. I think that's a good subject to start off on. So when I first started coming here like 10 years ago, this exact street where we're on had every single coffee shop on that you could think of. It was booming, weren't it? It was completely booming. Every coffee shop on this road, and like, it's just not the same no more. There's not one coffee shop here anymore. Everything's moved out. There's about 2 or 3 locally. Everything else is like 5 or 10 minutes away. But if you want like certain coffee shops, you'd have to put a little fucking trek on. You're talking like 20 minutes, half an hour, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's not close, but it's not a bad thing. City, but it's just the fact that if you're coming over here thinking everything's right on top of you, it's not really on top of you as much as it was. It's up to 10. Like, I'm not even lying. 10 years ago, like, I could just step out this door and there was like 4 coffee shops within front of me, like literally in front of me.
Yeah.
Like, this whole road was spot on. That's why I always stayed here, come back here, because it's an amazing hotel for the fact of it's the only place you can smoke in that I know in Amsterdam, which is hard to get now, isn't it? It's really hard to come by.
Bro, yes. And it's also the coffee shops in Amsterdam.
That might get picked up on that siren that hit my ears. That, you know. What was you saying? Sorry,
it's
bro.
the coffee shops in Amsterdam. They're taking a lot of them away, and it's really hard to start a new coffee shop in Amsterdam, because you think when you come to Amsterdam, I want to start a coffee shop or something. No, it's not that. You know, they want the coffee shops mostly away here now, and so. Yeah, they put coffee shops away, but they're not. You can't even go to another coffee shop.
It's like they've relocated everything without replacing it.
Yeah,
and it's basically what you're saying there is like it's hard to get. What is it like the law, the restrictions and stuff like that? Is it stopping people from getting a new coffee shop or?
No, yeah, it's just really hard. You know, the government wants most of the coffee shops here in Amsterdam
To move now.
You got a few local coffee shops that are owned by the bosses themselves. It's not that the government owns the coffee shops, but they get a lot of percentage from it, and also it makes a lot of money here in Amsterdam. But what they try now is they try to put the tourists away.
Yeah.
They try to put the tourists away because we got too many here. Not that it's a bad thing, but we got real many here. It's like crazy when you see a real Amsterdammer here nowadays. And yeah, they want to go. The weed is pretty strong in Amsterdam, that's what they say, and the tourists, it's a lot of harassments and that kind of stuff. And
it's strong if you're not like an avid weed smoker anyway, like, and basically if you know you're from Liverpool, he'll handle it well, lad, don't worry about it, lad, you know what I mean? Scousers, lad, we're bred to handle a lot of things. And smoking people under the table is one of them fucking things, I'm telling you, like, now. Innit?
Yeah, you got it.
I've got lungs of iron, that's all I'm saying.
Crazy.
Especially when I'm here, like, I've got lungs of iron.
Yeah, he's good.
But he's right what he's saying, everything's relocating, and there's a lot of changes in the sense of, like, where things are going, where they're trying to be. So the government are trying to tackle tourism in a sense of, I seen a few posters must have been about 3 to 6 months ago, and it was like boozy Brits abroad, and it was in Amsterdam. There was like stuff saying don't drink and don't do this, don't drink and smoke, because people either they're on the floor in paralytic states where they can't handle it, they're getting white, spewing it everywhere, or they're too drunk and they're starting to fight people. Like, remember them, like, for instance, last night we were in Big Shots and there were these lads, they weren't being rowdy, but he couldn't stand up, and he couldn't fuck. Did you see him? I didn't want to say nothing. He couldn't stand up. The step was, I'm not lying, this big, and he went to the toilet twice within the space of 5 minutes, and he forgot the step was there, and then his mate done the same thing. He went and he went flying into someone. I was like, lad, if you can't handle it, don't fucking do it. It's as simple as that. Like, you're here to enjoy yourself. Don't fucking take the piss though. Like, you're in a vulnerable state there where now your mates have got to look after you, but his mates were also fucking fucked up and vulnerable, so there was not a chance they were looking after him. He would have been found in the street somewhere, robbed him later, lads.
You
know what I mean? Stripped.
The things that they make, it's like they make the mistake to drink. You also want to go drink when you're visiting at another country or state. Of course,
yeah. Else. No, sorry to interrupt. We do that when we go on all day. Everyone drinks, I get that. But if you come into Amsterdam, you're coming here for the culture and you're coming here to smoke weed. Yeah. Like, if you're going to go on a city break, go to Poland, go to fucking Berlin, like, go to Belgium, where it's known for alcohol. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes. It's got good beer, strong beer. If you're coming to a place where basically we come to chill. Like, I come here to relax, you know what I mean? And a lot of these people who are coming over getting drunk, and I am having a bit of a viewpoint here, and it's a bit biased, because you're fucking pissing me off, because you're ruining my whole little... You fuck my vibe up, basically. Because all you people come here and get pissed and cause fucking drama for everyone, all the locals. They've all fucked off. They don't live here no more now. The locals have moved out of Amsterdam centre, so it's not locals that live here no more. Yeah, so there is some left, but it's rare. Do you know what I mean? So because of that, the business is moving away, and because of that, that means I have to walk half an hour for a fucking coffee shop. That's what that means, all right? And I'm fucking dead serious. I haven't broke eye contact with this camera. I mean it. You've fucked me over. Like, get a grip. If you're going to come to here, stop smoking pot and not handle it and drinking as well. Fucking amateurs, lightweights you are. Honestly, I swear to God. You'll be disappointing your parents. That's what you're doing. They've taught you better. Should be able to handle your smoke and you drink your fucking shithouse. Now, I'm not being so aggressive, I'm joking, but on a serious though, you stop fucking it up for me. Like, on that part, I'm serious about. Yeah. Like, it's too late now. It's done. It's dusted. Like, the plans are getting implemented and things are starting to change. And that moves me on to my next question, actually. So, as we've just said, it literally was my introduction sentence was, I've heard there's a lot of changes in Amsterdam. Well, we've already just spoke on that. So, in regard to the laws and politics, though, what's changing in effect that's affecting the tourism? Know what I mean?
In politics way, like law?
Yeah, like laws.
Yeah. There are some crazy. If you think about Amsterdam, you think about weed. It's the first thing that you think about. Of course, things that is said for the people in Amsterdam, especially the tourists, like smoking weed outside is not possible anymore, because what you think is you can smoke everywhere on the streets where you want, and they're gonna take it away now from in the city, center city though. You know, they have some crazy laws here about the coffee shops are getting funded, you know, but we cannot sell. That's illegal. To sell is illegal, but the coffee shops have to be supplied too. The thing is, you can grow weed for yourself, like 6 plants on a balcony or something, maybe 7 or maybe 5. The thing is, you can grow it, you can smoke it by yourself, but you cannot smoke it outside anymore. That's the thing that they do right now.
So in a way, that's affecting tourism. So
that's the biggest.
It's the biggest part, because, so for instance, we were walking around yesterday, wasn't we? And usually, if you go to outside the bar, it's got ashtrays outside. You can usually have a drink there as well. But I felt awkward and I didn't actually smoke there, did I? Because I said I feel like it's disrespectful, because I know things are changing. Mm-hmm. And when I come here, I try and respect the fact that, you know, it is people's look. This is their home. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's a little bit. As you've just touched on there, we're going to do another little snippet after this, but I am going to briefly touch on what you've just touched on there as well, because the way he was saying then, it's weed isn't legal in Amsterdam to a extent. Like, it's legal to an extent, to a point where you can carry 5 gram personally on you, but if any more than 5 gram, it's then illegal. You're then breaking the law. That's how they see it. Like, obviously, you're more than likely not going to get pulled and searched anyway to have a little bit of weed on you. But if you do happen to, and you've got over 5 gram, then that can be breaking. That's officially breaking the law.
You're breaking the law. You're breaking the law.
So now we've
also
got
with smoking outside.
And smoking outside, is saying no. So right now, is the law changed to a point where right now we can't smoke away from coffee shops?
Yeah, that's here. That's also where you live, like in the red light districts.
Yeah,
because it's basically to get tourism away, but not that much. You know, they want to have the tourism. They want to have to stay the tourism because.
So to elaborate there, you're not even allowed really to smoke on the streets now unless you're in the coffee shop or outside the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to tackle people doing it. So as you just said, then you could actually be approached by police and possibly fined for doing so, maybe, or at least get told off and told to put it out and move away.
Yeah.
Like, that's the minimum thing that's going to happen. So right now, when you think you can just smoke around, like years ago you couldn't smoke. By the way, you couldn't. 10 years ago, you couldn't just walk around Amsterdam smoking weed legally. You could do it by coffee shops. If you were in the red lights, it was sort of accepted then, weren't it?
Yeah.
But now it's not anymore. It's not accepted anymore, really. Like, it's really not. Like, it doesn't happen. You can't drink outside anyway, like open canisters. That's not accepted either, is it?
No.
So there's 2 laws. Now, back to the weed situation with coffee shops and the black market. So this is where it gets a little bit interesting. As Jay mentioned before, you can grow up to 6 plants. Is that personal use?
Yeah.
So the coffee shops have a different laws for the same thing for them. They only get a certain amount of weed they can grow also.
You should think that, yeah.
Yeah, so the way it is, I don't know the exact legality behind it, but I know coffee shops can only grow a certain amount of cannabis, but the supply and demand is higher than the amount that they can grow themselves.
Yeah.
So that's where they result to go into the black market to buy drugs. Now,
well, they know that every coffee shop is buying.
Every single coffee shop's buying weed from a dealer, because the fact that that's the only way it can be funded, because there's, as I said, there's only a law where you can only go a certain amount of weed in your own use, and it's only going to be the same for a coffee shop. You can't. It's actually quite baffling, because how can you this is not just changing now. This law's been consistent throughout Amsterdam for a long time. That's been like not just 10, 20 years. This has been a long time, since whenever it's been legal. And I say this with my fingers like that in quotation marks, because it's not legal over a certain amount, and that's when it gets sticky. So, for instance, if your coffee shop needs a re-up and they've hit their limitation of growing, and they've got the capacity of it, then they've got to go to a dealer. Now, if that dealer comes to drop the weed off to the coffee shop, as soon as it gets to the coffee shop, the weed's officially legal to sell from that coffee shop. But on the way to the coffee shop, he can be arrested.
Yeah.
Now, that's insane. So he can though, can't he? Like, he can go to jail on that one journey to drop that weed off, but as soon as it gets out of his hands and goes to the coffee shop owner, that weed's now legally allowed to be sold inside the shop. That's a proper catch-22 situation, and I find, and that's it's hard and it's complicated. And I thought with Jay bringing it up, then that was definitely a subject that I needed to highlight, and we're gonna do a little smaller clip on that afterwards and go into that a little bit more detail, aren't we?
Yep.
Because that's definitely a very interesting subject, and there's a documentary on Vice about it, and you'll find it interesting. I'll show him in a little minute, and we'll depict that in another video in a minute, so we can see what I seen, and he can agree or disagree with us and see how on your viewpoint on it too.
Yep.
So I've got another few little questions I want to ask you then. So, as a local, obviously you live not far from Amsterdam, 15 minutes on the train, 20 minutes on the train, or something like that. It's not far at all. So, what's your view against tourism in itself? So, what's your view on it? Do you not mind it? Do you think there's too much? Do you think the way they're trying to tackle it's wrong? Like,
I think that the way they want to tackle it that's wrong, because tourism that's a bit pretty high income for
it's the heart and soul of the oh my god, the economy. Oh my god, economic and the economy. I couldn't get it out. I was going to say economic and economy at the same time, but it just wouldn't come out. That was hard work. That, but yeah, it's a big balance, isn't it? It's a lot of the income.
Yeah,
it is, because for the tourism, all this, like, I'm not being funny, but we go to the shop. I've just been I'm mortified. I'm not even going to get it on the camera just because I'm just not. A small bottle of Dove was €6. 100ml bottle of Dove this big, €6. Shower gel Nivea, €6. Like, are you fucking joking? Like, are you joking in the shop though? Like, and I don't mean the supermarket, this is in the Spa. Like, it's a branded store, and it's still, like, I couldn't fucking believe it. It was it was £2.50 for a fucking 500ml bottle of water.
Yeah.
I've never heard the thing in my life. If you're ever here, I'll go to the On, so the Al Behinds. Always go there.
Yeah, that's the local.
That's the best one. Or that Dirk sound as well.
Yeah.
Don't go to the Spa and don't go to the local supermarkets because they're extortionate. And I got charged €12 last night for a fucking tube of Pringles. And I had a fucking heart attack. €12. You're fucking joking, aren't you?
Yeah. We have a lot of memes going around too in the Netherlands. Like 1 year ago, when you buy €100 of groceries, bro, you get like big bag full.
Now you get nothing, bro.
Now you get like a half a bag or something. Not
Lad,
much.
I wanted to come out with one bag yesterday, weren't even nowhere near full. That was €35 I spent in there. And I come out with a bag of jellies, a donut, and a bag of crisp. And what I said, I got toothpaste. The toothpaste went that bad, actually. It was only like €3. I'm not even complaining about that. That's sound, that. Like maybe $2.50. Yeah. Like that was sound, that for Colgate. That's basically what it is back home anyway, unless you go to Poundland, so that's all day, that. But yeah,
it's true that
I think it's aerosols, you know. Do you reckon it's because of the aerosols, and it's saying it's because it's attacking in the ozone layer, so the prices of them have gone up? Because the roll-ons were cheaper. The roll-ons were only like £2.50, €3. Yeah. I swear, they were a lot cheaper, but because it's spray, I think. Because over here, they're very eco-efficient, so it could possibly be. It could be due to that. I'm going to go to the Albanans and find out actually, because over there in the Albanans, they're about £4.50 for the deodorants, and the shower gels about £4.
We're going to check £4.
We'll check that, because if it is, then it might be to do with the aerosol. Destroying the ozone layer, and it's a economic thing. I got it out that time. Fucking struggle, but I got there. That was work, lad. And my last question I want to ask you, and again, obviously, we're going to go into the prostitution, Amsterdam, prostitution and weed and alcohol, they say, but it's not the fucking alcohol, it's just prostitution and weed, sex and drugs, mushrooms and, they're called truffles now. Truffles, edibles, pot. That's what you come here for. You don't, and ecstasy. Yeah, can you get ecstasy? No, we're not promoting ecstasy on this. No. That's not legal. Ignore what he's just said. That's not legal. Don't ignore it. He doesn't mean that, Mr. Police Officer.
No, I didn't mean that.
He meant magic mushrooms, but they're not called anymore. They're called magic truffles.
Yes.
But what he means by that is it's psychedelic. So you have a similar type of vibe. I know what he meant. I've just saved your ass there, lad. You're looking at me, lad. Fucking hell, yeah, fucking close call. That's some close call. So my last question is about it's the red light district and prostitution. So first of all, I obviously asked you a question about it yesterday. That's the second question I'm going to ask you. But the first question is, what's your view on it?
My view on the prostitution. If you want to do it, you want to do it. You know, it's not my thing to go there too or to see it. I don't like it personally that much.
No, I had to walk through there before to go and meet him, and I didn't look once. And I'm not saying that to be like, lad, you're lying. Like, honest to God, I didn't, because I've been here that many times. I'm just used to it now. You just walk past, it's just people in the window. But when you come here and you're new, it's quite eye-opening. Some people even buzz off it and they're like, oh, made up. Oh my God, look at that bird there, lad. She's fucking got the boobs on here, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Know what I mean? She's unbelievable. Or fucking hell, look at that. Or you go to around the corners, and all the LTR women, and you're like, oh, look at hell. Someone got the nan. Like, you know, Jesus Christ. Come and get your nan, because she's out here with her back out, knocking on the window, trying to get me and him in there last night, weren't she? Woof! Relax, love. Relax. Honestly, I swear. But so that's I agree with you. If it's the day of their own will, not an issue whatsoever. So this leads on to my second question. And my second question is: do you still think that people are forced into prostitution?
I do believe that. I'm not sure about it because I don't know
No, I don't want to know.
I don't know about the market, but you know.
And I mean specifically here, I don't mean in fucking like in England. Like I know that there's people getting forced in prostitution there. I'm on about here specifically.
Yeah, but now back in the days, I would have think that they were forcing, but also these days, you got OnlyFans, you got all that crazy.
They don't need to be there. A lot of people though.
I think what it is, the shame level of it. It's not there. There's no shame level of it.
So no.
There are a lot of girls that are just there because they want to make money, and it's it's a job.
It's hats off to the hustle, literally. Hats off to the hustle. That's all I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Like that's. I'm not against it at all, and that was my whole point with me and him. Like I'm trying to say, I'm not against it, but the way we were saying is, I still think people are forced into the trade. That's my opinion. I don't mean here specifically anymore. Maybe not as much, but I still think it happens because there's definitely people. that are here and they're here because maybe I don't know. That's just the only way in life they've got right now.
Yes, could be.
The it might not be actually forced into it by physically someone going, go and do that because I want you to do because I need money. But they might be forced because they feel trapped in the situation and then that's their only outlook. Do you get what I'm getting at?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
You've got to see it from a different viewpoint.
No,
too.
I think exactly the same as you think right now. Like, as I said, it's not only in Amsterdam. If you go to Germany,
everywhere, bro.
If you go to Belgium, there are a lot of girls also behind windows and that kind of stuff. So,
well, not even in the UK, I was saying before, I said there's like sites you can go on and you can blatantly see that a lot of them people are not there. They're not on it. That's not out their own fucking. They're not going out their own way to go. Oh, I'm just gonna sign to this prostitution site. No, they're being forced to do it. Yeah. They're being forced to sleep with people to get money to pay the fucking pimp. Like that happens. That does happen still, and it's gonna happen all over the world. I'm not just targeting Amsterdam. I'm just here because it's the capital of sex. This is the whole point. This is what it's known for.
Yeah, it's the whole market all around the world and that kind of stuff.
Same for Germany. Germany's very prominent for prostitution, and like I've been there in Berlin, and when you're walking around the streets, there's just women, and they're fucking stunning, mate.
Yeah,
German
girls are so
and they're just walking them down the street. Now the police don't arrest them because the soliciting's not illegal over there. I don't think it is anyway. They protect them in Germany. I'm sure they do. So it's different in different places. But as I said, I had to bring that point up here because I wanted to ask him from his opinions, and he's on my view. Some people still do get forced into it, but we're not saying that it happens fucking everywhere right now. Like every person's into it. A lot of people in for their own. People like sex at the end of the day. Simple as that.
True.
People like money.
People like money too. That's also a big thing. You know, when there's money involved, I think.
And you've got to look at it this way. Fucking it's like 70 to 100 euros for like 15 minutes. If they can get 4 customers in an hour.
Yeah.
Come on, 50, now do the maths.
50 to 70, yeah.
It's more now though, lad. I've seen someone, when I first come here, it was 50 euro. And I haven't been. I just know because I'm inquisitive. Yeah. And I am not, I do my research. But you know what?
We're not talking about yesterday. We're not
talking about yesterday, no. Fuck off, I said to her 50 quid, you're not getting no more than 50 quid, you mad, aren't you? I wouldn't pay no more than 50 quid. Sort your head out. You know
but you know, it's fun. I don't mind, to be honest. For me, I don't mind. I like to walk past it, to be honest. You know,
no, it's like having a look's entertaining when you're in the mood for it. But if you're just trying to get on with your fucking day and there's someone going, knocking on the window, trying to fucking get your attention, and that's like, girl, I'm trying to not look at your tits. The whole point of me looking this way is so I don't look at your tits. Like, I don't want, like, I'm not in the mood to look at tits today. Is that alright for you? I'm fucking knocking, trying to get me attention. If I want to look, I'll fucking look. You can see everything anyway. You know what I mean? Innit, Jay?
True. True.
But no, it's an enjoyable experience, and I recommend Amsterdam to anyone. It's fucking amazing. But I'd just say be careful, because last night there was murder out about 3 in the morning again outside my room. I always say there's either someone in a fight or getting mugged outside my room, and it always happens. I hear it in this street because I'm in the middle, I'm in the centre. Yeah. So like sounds from fucking 100 feet down there come down the street because it comes down, the wind picks it up, do you know what I mean? Especially when it's like quieter. Yeah. So I hear a lot. So
but for when it's 2, the most of the stores are closed. Most of the
as soon as 2 o'clock hits, get the fuck home. Be on your way home at 1:30. There's no reason for you to be out past 2 o'clock in Amsterdam anymore because they've got time limits. That's the thing we should have brought up as well. Yeah. The time everywhere now closes around 2. It used to be like all night, 4, 5, 6 in the morning.
We have to get a certificate for stay open. Yeah, no, yeah. There are some bars that can go to 3 or 4 maybe.
They brought that in through COVID though, and they kept that, you know.
Yeah.
Because I know they did, because I come here through COVID, and the bars were shutting at 10:30, 11, and then he told me it was changing next week to 1 a.m, 2 a.m, and it's been the same since. Now that was fucking 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
If you talk to an old man, he would say like 20, 25 years ago, Amsterdam was all night. It was going from midday to night, just all day.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's what Amsterdam used to be known for, man.
Every day, man.
But maybe more like maybe not rock and roll. It was more like different types of music. But we'll see.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, that's. I'm gonna summarise that one up there because me and him want to go and get out and enjoy Amsterdam, and you're holding me up. Do you know what I mean? But I thought I'd let you in on a little insight into what we're doing. This is the room, lovely little spot and that. And do you know what? I'll get the camera off and I'll show you the street. I'll let you see the end before we clip out. I want to make sure I don't catch no bad stuff though. So you're just like, here you go, there we go, there we go.
Left side is beautiful too.
So that's our view. Absolutely.